the team.
Before we get into your tweets and posts and everything else, I just want to take this moment to tell you all how special you truly are and how every one of you deserves a trophy for listening today. And every one of you is a winner, even if you are unemployed and live in your mom's basement. Okay?
Jeez. All right, if you want to
literally call, not every video game player is unathletic. I said that! Stop being upset about nothing, you wimp! All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
At the Jeff Levack on Twitter, you want to be a part of the show. That's Levack's account, Levack. At Tom Goz on Twitter, TomGozz. Of course, our handle pages for the station at 1045 The Team. And Facebook.com/1045 The Team.
Don't you ever talk about me!
Levack, you'll be thrilled about this one. 3 people start off this week's Socially Awkward Media for an article that you wrote for 1045theteam.com, and it's posted on our Facebook page. Levack, you wrote in big, bold letters talking about the Oriole-Yankee game that tonight's game is not a must-win.
No, it wasn't. They won it, thank God, but it wouldn't.
Paul, Brandon, and Benny all wrote the same thing underneath your article. Every game is a must-win.
It's 162 games. I've never seen a 162-0 season. Shut up. You've offended me. You've offended me.
Jamal, we apologize because usually you'd win. You've had a great week on social media, part of the show. We appreciate you listening. You've been the best tweeter of the week, but your single tweet doesn't win Socially Awkward Media. We picked this as one of your better tweets. Kevin Knox, dropped 29 points last night. The Knicks, had a crazy comeback too. Hashtag Knicks, hashtag New York Knox, hashtag 2020 champions. Multiple people. Jamal was the first. Multiple people are using the hashtag 2020 champions for the Knicks.
And Knox is number 20. Oh, dude. I would love that. I would love to be able to believe that it's that close. So I still think they're one. I think even if Porzingis is healthy and what you hope he is, I still think they're 1 star away.
He's really good, Knox. And I know Porzingis, when he got drafted high, watching him in the regular season, people got excited.
I'm more excited about Knox.
Wow, you beat me to it because I was thinking the same thing. Like, Porzingis being 7'3" and can
offended?
shoot. I'm not offended. I think Porzingis' 7'3" stature and watching him play makes him more of an exciting watch, but the hype around Knox is going to be a lot when it hits October, November. John wrote this on our Facebook page. We just talked about this. The Madden ratings are out.
Yeah.
John wrote this. Sam Darnold should be rated 99 overall.
He was joking.
Well, you posted it on social media so I can use it how I want. This one, dare we call him the guru, the Swami, the psychic of 1045 The Team. Although Levack has made a lot of great calls. You've made a lot of great calls, but I think even you would have to say a certain somebody you listen when he posts on our Facebook page. And that man goes by 2 names, Michael Driscoll. Michael Driscoll, if you don't know the story behind him, back in April of 2017, again, April of 2017, he posted that the Philadelphia Eagles would win the Super Bowl in February. He would post it on anything. Knicks articles.
Eagles going to win the Super Bowl. Eagles going to win the Super Bowl.
Yankees articles. Michael Driscoll has spoken again, and when he speaks, we take note. He wrote in, "Hey, guys, I know this is an upstate New York station, but I just want to let it be known that this year's Super Bowl will be a battle of Pennsylvania with the Eagles victorious." And, of course, he's talking about the Steelers. You putting some weight there on what Michael Driscoll said? Book it right now, July. Steelers-Eagles Super Bowl.
I'm having way too much fun making people angry by saying the San Francisco 49ers are going to win the Super Bowl this year, so I'm going to stay with that. But Michael Driscoll has earned our respect. We cannot make fun of him the way we did all last year. Oh, sure, here he goes again. Eagles going to win the Super Bowl, and then they won. So he does get more respect. But I'm still going to stay with the Niners just to really bother people.
Although you have made some really bold picks and they've cashed in. I don't know if I've ever actually been willing to wager money on some of your bold picks. Although that Severino Mets no-hitter thing, I kind of would like a number on that because you're so confident it's scaring me. But Driscoll's got an influence on me. I might at least consider the Steelers winning the AFC title and see what those odds are at for him. Tommy, he enters social media this week and tweets into the show because he tweeted this to you, Levack. He tweeted in, "Good job last night. Parentheses, Empire."
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you for noticing my hard work.
Now, hang on a second here. I've never seen anybody tweet this or Facebook this in ever. He wrote, "Good job last night, parentheses, Empire," as if you wanted to say the Empire were good last night, not you. Just in case you ever take this as a compliment.
He was letting you know what I did right. He saw that came up right after we talked about the Moneyball battle, Pioneer Bank Moneyball, where I went in and handled my business, slapped people around a little bit.
Oh, he was in the game.
Yes.
Okay, that makes much more sense.
So he was just respecting my athletic ability that I got from playing Fortnite.
Tommy, there you go. Appreciate you reading that the wrong way.
I appreciate your appreciation, Tommy.
Mary wrote this in. I did an article on 1045theteam.com, and it was about one-and-dones in the NBA. Adam Silver talking about whether or not the one-and-done rule is going to end. Mary, a female, wrote this underneath the article. She wrote, anything that ends with one-and-done is fine with me. It's a real post we got.
Yeah, buddy.
Greg wrote this into me. Greg wrote, hey, guys, if you missed #VeryCavallari last night, then do yourself a favor and catch up before next Sunday. Jay Cutler's fantastic.
That's a great shot because we watched those stupid Big Brothers and everything. By the way, last night Big Brother was amazing.
Oh, I missed it. I got to watch it. I fell asleep because I got the access. I had trivia, the whole thing. I'm going to watch it right after the show.
Don't know it. Don't say anything.
Very Cavallari, for those who have no idea what we're talking about, that is Jay Cutler's wife. Jay Cutler's wife now has a reality show, and I guess Jay Cutler's fantastic because the Jay Cutler nonchalant, don't care about anything happens on the TV show, and people don't know how to respond in the reality world. They just think he's like this, whoa, why isn't he getting so upset over everything? Who is this guy? Well, we waited long enough. We all have to admit that this week's Socially Awkward Media has clearly been owned by the eSport fans. And if you're an eSport fan who's tuning into our show for the first time, we welcome you because we appreciate you as a listener, and maybe eSports should be more popular on the show. At the Jeff Levack on Twitter, at Tom Goss, TOMGOZZ, and at 1045 The Team. We'll lead off with a critic of eSports. That's our pal, Chef Mike. Chef Mike wrote in, Mom, more meatloaf! I'm playing Overwatch!
Chef Mike, who has a career and a family and all the good things because he leaves the basement once in a while.
Mike wrote this in. Mike wrote in another Mike, who's not a chef. Mike wrote in, Levack, you can't compete in esports. 100% can't.
Okay, first of all, my point was it would be easier to do that, and I have gamed my whole life. Probably why I'm fat. It'd be easier to do that than it would be to walk out on the field against the Empire and handle my business.
Tyler wrote this in. Hey, guys, this guy's a freak of nature, gaming, and physically. God. He's a former collegiate athlete.
If Tyler had said one tweet, Tyler and I would have been cool. But Tyler, I hope you understand that pointing out one athletic individual who's gaming doesn't I'm sorry, let me stop. And the other point is, he clearly does not use his freak athleticism when he's playing, because I looked the dude up like you asked me to.
Dr. Disrespect.
Yes.
Let's give him credit.
He wears a fake wig, a fake mustache, and sunglasses. He didn't do that at California Poly, Eastern, South, whatever college when he played hoops. So, look, again, I don't know. This just proves my point. While you're all so upset, you're sensitive, you're soft.
Titanfall Nation tweeted into the show, and believe it or not,
I wanted to play Titanfall. It looks like a cool game.
Well, I don't know if you're going to feel the same way after Titanfall Nation said this to you, Levack, on Twitter, another esports fan. It's also hilarious that Levack thinks he could even come close to competing at those levels for competitive gaming.
What I do is so special. My mommy said so when she handed me a peanut butter and jelly with the crust cut off, and I'm 29.
Again, 476-1045, 518-476-1045.
Why are you doing?
I'm doing Socially Awkward Media. I just had to, got to reset
how
there.
many times we take calls during Socially Awkward Media?
And the last one here, our winner for Socially Awkward Media. It's a good point, Levack. We usually don't take calls, but we usually never get tweets from these type of celebrities, these type of people. Honestly, we'd say this is the most important person maybe in the history of Earth. God tweeted into the show. That's right. The big guy upstairs. God tweeted into the show this week, and honestly, I'd feel weird if I didn't reward God the best tweet of the day or the best tweet of the week, maybe ever. God tweeted into you, Levack, and God wrote in, you jinxed us.
To which I wrote back, you can't use the name God and pretend to be superstitious. Tom. All right, you ready? I know you've been dying for this.
What? No, that's it. That's Socially Awkward Media. You can always be a part of the show.
Sam in Saratoga.
What's
up, buddy?
We're taking calls?
What's up, Sam?
Yo, I'm following up God today, so I gotta.
Yeah, you better bring it.
Yeah. All right, God. So, okay. So I just gotta let her rip on the critics of esports real quick.
Okay.
Because think of any hobby, knitting, river dancing, anything. And the most ridiculous hot dog eating, most ridiculous thing that you can think of. There's someone out there who makes money being a celebrity in doing that hobby.
Absolutely.
So like esports being delegitimized because of the stereotype of people that play video games, which is totally warranted.
But Sam, that's not. But you understand, like I said, I think it's great. I think it's a skill. You have to be dexterous. You have to have attention and all that. I just don't think it belongs on ESPN.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
But I think everybody, and the reason I went in so hard is guys like this Mike guy on Twitter who are trying to make it sound like I don't get it. I get it. It's not easy. I love gaming. I just, again, when you're home for the Yankees, you're not going to be home for the, the e-sport basement dwellers. Like, it's just not going to happen.
No. And I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. ESPN has done a wild and probably objectively horrible job with their esports.
But at least they're trying, and like everybody else.
But like, is it really? Are we getting anywhere with it? I don't.
But
I don't think so.
I just don't see how. Like, but Sam, you can agree with me. It's like I'm not. The reason I'm going in on these guys is they're so sensitive.
Fair enough.
Okay.
And it definitely doesn't belong on ESPN. You're right about that. It needs its own network because it's not the same demographic.
G4 TV used to be great. Whatever happened to G4 TV? That was awesome back in the day.
I think that back then the esports scene, gamers weren't really connected enough to like actually have 24 hours worth of content of containing esports and related matters on G4. But now it's developed a lot. So I don't know.
Sam, you are officially welcome to be our esports correspondent. I can't even talk.
Connoisseur, analyst.
Hey, writer looking for work.
No, that's not pot him down. He wants to get paid. No, look. I don't even know he's getting paid.
Sam, man, have a great one. Thanks for the call.
Sam.
Bye.
For those that may not know the story Sam referenced, we talked about this yesterday. ESPN and its ESPN Plus app is going to likely have more esports coverage, and ESPN is going to air an esports event live in prime time at the end of the month. And that became a story yesterday on the air with us. The ESPN Plus app has picked up more niche sports, if we want to use that phrase, the UFC, the Ariel Helwani show, boxing events, 30 for 30s. The more niche sports, we'll just say, kind of Sam was referencing, have gone on the Plus app. And if you want to do that to get $5 a month and you think esports fans can do that, cool. I don't think I'm going to disagree with that. The issue is that you're putting it in prime time on ESPN in July.
G4 TV used to be this really cool, like, outside your normal cable ranked show.
Chris Hardwick and Olivia Munn.
Olivia Munn. Portal was a weird show. It was cool, man. Like that, I would watch that and learn. And they would do like live coverage from E3 and all this stuff. Like, dude, don't get me wrong. I'm a nerd. Like, please don't misunderstand that. I just know my place in this world. And to Sam's point, if I was competitive quilting, I wouldn't expect a half-hour feature on the ESPN networks. You know what I mean?
It's very fair. Yes, like Sam said, very fair. Fair enough is what he said, actually.
Yeah, I'm seeing some people don't seem to agree. Let's see. Josh, what's up, bud?
What's going on, fellas? Listen, I think you got to bring it back to dodgeball. Bring in Jason Bateman, have him commentate, bring in some celebrity athletes, ESPN 8 the Ocho, make it worthwhile, make it entertaining, have everybody laughing, and do it the right way.
Yeah, I think the Ocho is the point, though. I think ESPN has too many stations. That's why they have to start doing esports.
But I think Bateman makes it all worthwhile. Bateman, T.O., bring in Marshawn Lynch, do it the right way. Celebrities, the whole 9 yards.
I couldn't agree more. I like it. I'm with you.
Those guys...
But it is a joke. I think ESPN is flooded. I think we can even focus on some real sports.
I'm with you, man. Thank you.
The bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
The dodgeball guy gets the jokes, right? Those guys get it. The hot dog eating guy gets it. Like, they're in on the joke.
Well, it's not a joke when you're getting a belt and making all that money. But it's like that's a one. Like the hot dog eating contest is a feature. It's on the 4th of July. There isn't like you're not following the exploits of Badlands Booker for the whole season of competitive eating.
Yeah, but like the guys who are doing the intros, the Shea brothers, that's funny. Like that's funny. They're in on it. Like when they're hyping up Joey Chestnut, that's like laugh out loud funny. They're in on it.
All right, one more call. Chris and Latham, what's up?
Hey, guys, I just want to say, like, as much as I'm not a huge gamer, I'll throw in, like, Call of Duty every now and then, or Madden, or even, EA Soccer. But to make, for some reason, I catch myself watching when the ESPN does broadcast, like, the EA Madden tournaments, or, like, there's, like, a game that they put on where these guys are flying through obstacles or something like that with, like, these binoculars on. I find myself watching it, almost for like 20 minutes, half hour to rip, and I don't know why I just get caught up in this. So I can only imagine for like the non-gamer, unlike myself, to be interested in that stuff. So there is definitely a niche for it.
Okay.
Do I think it belongs on ESPN? Absolutely not. But I do find myself watching it even as a non-gamer.
Now, that thing with the thing flying around, I think you were watching because Jeff Hornacek's daughter was the sideline
That was
reporter.
the drone race.
That was the drone races?
Yeah, there's a game.
Something else?
There's one of the games because I tried. I gave it the try, and it didn't work for me. But yeah, some of the games are really interesting. But that's I'm not down like that. Chris, I appreciate you, man.
Hey, Levack, by the way, I don't think coming to Siena.
What's that?
He says Patino's not coming to Siena.
I don't think Patino's coming to Siena.
No, what?
Now you've ruined my day.
Chris,
you ruined my day.
Later, guys.
Oh,
But I have heard that they're revamping the football program in Shula. Don
Shula's coming out. The late great Don Shula.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they're gonna. Yeah,
I think Chris was the original caller
Landry?
who got the Patino thing
Lombardi,
going.
maybe.
Lombardi's, I don't.
You sure?
He's a little busy, I heard.
You sure?
He's coaching him up.
Could
I heard
work.
Andy Serling might coach up the team this year.
Andy Sterling from Naira joins us